Good morning. This is day 5 of the refeed from a 7-day fast, and I'm cooking a steak. So it's actually 12 p.m. right now. I decided to upload a video just to show you what it was like to be in the office at 1 a.m. and stuff like that, and what my experience used to be with using sugar addiction to fuel my day that just can't taper down to low productivity, and how that compared to the protein I was having. Anyway, it seems like I'm gonna put this down because I need to cut some onions and stuff like that. It seems like I'm gaining weight, as if I failed the refeed, but gaining weight meaning like it was just a weight gain today. So I weighed myself, but I think that's a water weight. So I look like I went up about compared to the low. I want to say it was 153.4. So so I can't math right now. 1.6 pounds about, and I speculate it's mostly water weight because or 1.4 pounds, however you want to look at that. Depends on how you want to see that reading from a while back. But I think it's water weight because I was having a lot of electrolytes near the end of yesterday because I was feeling tired. So I don't know, instead of, I was kind of feeling tired, so I was like, I didn't even have coffee because I didn't want to ruin anything, but my body was trying to tell me to sleep for like 3 hours while I was working, and it's like, I was like, I'll just get another electrolyte drink. So I had like 5 of those in total. That in itself is like over a pound or whatever. So of course I think a lot of it is water weight. So that weigh-in was kind of skewed. I think I'm gonna have to see what's going on tomorrow, but the steak might also add on to some fat or whatever, but I don't know. I also want to say I had about 100, with everything you saw, about 170 grams of fat. So it's probably being processed too, but it's, maybe that's definitely less than a half pound. That's like 0.4 pounds. So I don't think I'm going to gain all that. It's probably going to get flushed out. I don't think I'm going to retain it. Anyway, I'm gonna get this, chop up some vegetables or some onions and garlic. I'm gonna use some sauerkraut and kimchi on the meal for the meal as well. I don't really have any vegetables left. It's weird because I looked through my fridge and I noticed that like most of the vegetables that I was having, why does it keep repeating? Are all like screwed, like they're all they're all like messed up and stuff because obviously I didn't use it for a whole week, right? So anyway, so like I had okra and stuff, now it's all moldy. It's like I have to throw it away. So I basically had, and then I had some tomatoes and stuff like that, and some bok choy. It's all fucked up. It's all rotted because of the amount of time. It's like it was like over a week old or whatever. So we're gonna have this cauliflower, which I think is bad now. Yep, I'll just throw it away. Just basically all my vegetables are done for except for the onions and the garlic. So I'm just gonna chop that up, use it. I thought I was going to be able to use this cauliflower head. I never did. Well, I did chop it up a little bit. I guess just a bunch of mold. So, yeah, I'm just got this New York strip steak. And I'm going to put some eggs to cook as well. it dripping out for almost 10 minutes. Oh, I still got some zucchini left that looks like it's still good. Use that. Yeah, that's. And my garlic. Oh, there we go. I thought I had some jalapenos. Oh, it looks like I do. See how moldy that is? Also, I checked my ketones. I shouldn't have had that snack last night because I was at a high of 1.5 and now I'm at 0.6. So it's like 12 p.m. It's just all that food I had, like just that little bit of 300 calories, you know, just a little bit of food can screw you up with the ketones, man. That's why they always tell you to do OMAD and stuff like that. So I recommend. Well, OMAD is pretty good. I mean, it's not quite necessary, but in this kind of situation where, you know, where like you could benefit in terms of ketones, OMAD is good. You know, well, can be good. Like in this particular circumstance, it probably is because, like, so if I just keep it this way, just this be my only meal. With some additional calories, I'll get my ketone up within 10 hours or so, probably up to like 2.5, especially if I go and exercise. And I could sustain that for the next meal, and then the next meal would only, especially if there's like some fat in it and fiber, it would only make it so that it would go down to like 1.6, and that was what I was doing pretty consistently for a while. But then I, you know, obviously the refeed is a little bit weird. You know, refeeding, it's like you have to keep it super lean, so you like the fats aren't really there, and the vegetables aren't there. You know, so it's like for a while the ketones are not supposed to matter. But now that it's day 5, it's like it's time to switch it up a bit. I don't have many vegetables right now, but so basically I'm gonna focus on getting the ketones back up, you know. If that means like OMAD, like I was telling you, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Or generally keeping it to as little meals as possible. Basically, like you're not snacking. I mean, if you do 2 meals, fine, yeah, you know. But the general thing about getting those ketones, keeping that at a good level, like, you know, what I would consider to be a good level. That's the key, I think, is like OMAD. You know, so like 1.5 to 2 or whatever. That's a pretty good range. Like 0.6 is not bad in terms of just being in ketosis, but it ain't that great, you know. So, well, now that I'm like refed and all that, I really gotta refocus on that again, you know. So, There's some zucchinis. Getting some jalapeno in there. Yeah, the ketone reading doesn't matter as much as the actual results, but as a good like proxy for how things are going, it's like it's good because it's like the scale doesn't really tell you everything, you know. Especially for me today, I think that reading, even though it's like 1.4 pounds higher than the first, a while back, like it could be a lot worse, right? After 5 days of refeeding. That could be like 10 pounds. Like you've seen some stories with Jerome. It's just like I've gained 10 pounds in the last 5 days. Stuff like so. It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse than 1.4 pounds. That ain't that bad. So I would say I was fairly successful with the 7-day fast to lose weight. But here we are. So we'll see. Because now I'm actually cooking in a steak where, in theory, it's like you wouldn't gain too much weight from it. Jalapenos. Triples are all the same. Okay, here we go. There's this onion. Look it. How you doing, Mark? Okay, so we got the garlic clove. Put 5 garlic cloves in there. And then I'm going to pour some tahini sauce on it. Actually, afterwards. Okay. Not right now. I'm going to put the lid back on. Some of the vegetables for me or whatever it is. Maybe I'll put a little more in it. Yeah. The onions. polo shirt. Putting some thyme in there. About to put eggs like near the end. And they're probably going to be poached, sort of. Actually, I'm not putting them in right now. Thanks for watching. Here's the final product. New York strip steak, about 0.7 pounds. Zucchini, onions, you know, it's all spices, you know, very and stuff like that. And then some, you know, 2 eggs. I'm about to pour olive oil on the vegetables and sesame seed oil over the steak. And the steak actually has Roquefort cheese and Parmigiano Reggiano. So let's dig in. I'm gonna open up these. I'm just gonna use 1 teaspoon of olive oil on that one, and then 1 teaspoon of the other oil, the sesame seed oil. So as you can see, I'm putting it over. And then the other, just to show proof. So we gotta open this up. Again, I'm mainly doing this because Nick Norwich says that your ketones accelerate with the sesame oil. So thanks for watching.